bring them more, but you can't bring the truth to me.
That was fire. I like it.
Thank you.
Don't know why you had to leave, but it's taking a toll on me. Stuck in between being bittersweet. Wishing that you would've stayed. Now my blue skies will turn to gray. A constant struggle on my day-to-day. Now that you are gone, and you left me here alone, was staring at your pictures, traded all just so I can be with you. Since you left, it ain't been the same. What would I give just to be around you? Now I'm stuck in this world without you. Can't lie, feel some type of way. This pain that I feel, it won't go away. Even though you're not here, just know I'll be okay. These tears that I cry, they won't heal what's inside. I'm selfish cause I didn't wanna lose you, but an angel got a purpose, they can use you. Now that you are gone, and you left me here alone, I'm staring at your pictures, traded all just so I can be with you. Since you left, it ain't been the same. What would I give just to be around you? Now I'm stuck in this world without you. Can't lie. Trying to fight these tears, trying to hold back all these tears. All I want is for you here, but I know you're gone. But you're still in spirit, in the pain I feel, I don't wanna feel it yet. I'm staring at your pictures, traded all just so I can be with you. Can't lie, I feel some type of way. Yeah, yeah. I miss you.
Welcome back to another episode of Something for the Culture. I'm your host, Jazzy J. And you know, I got my brother here on the screen with me tonight, Knowledge Born Allah. Welcome back.
I'm glad to be here and I'm glad to do my job, okay? You have some wonderful entrepreneurs that are solution oriented, solution based, and visionaries, okay? So from the startup to the execution, we have two of the greatest minds to do it North Carolina style. Okay, the Pirates is in the building. I was like, is we dealing with Duke or we dealing with? They're like, nah, look, fam, look. We Pirates over here. So the Pirates is after the gold. So they're after the goal of transforming your lives, transforming your homes, and transforming your business. So we give some love to Marquise Cox in the building. From the smallest vision to the greatest vision, whatever you have in your mind, he can help you complete it in your home and transform your space from a house to a home. Then we have one of the most solution oriented based food network masterminds here in the building, Miss Rhonda. Whatever you're thinking about in your mind, if you have a culinary entrepreneurial spirit, she's gonna help you from start to finish. She ain't cheap. So you better have your money together. You understand what I'm saying? And then we have a visionary's visionary. Malcolm X said education is the passport to the future.
Mhm.
Knowledge Born said that celebration is the passport to immorality, like morality, for you to be able to live forever, immortal. So an immortalizer, a celebrator, and one who puts on these galas and recognizes us. Okay, they look at us for things that they want to take from us, but never to give from us. But we do have a visionary, Miss Kanisha, in our midst. So welcome y'all to something for the culture, so we can spotlight reflective Eastern Carolina Entrepreneur Gala, because everybody on the screen won the award. I was like, I ain't win no award, but I seen y'all. Y'all was looking sharp. Yeah, y'all was looking sharp. You know what I'm saying? So that's my job. I love it.
Wow. Oh, we lost Kanisha, but she'll pop back on. So we're sitting here with two of the many winners from that night. Okay,
Yes.
so let's get into it. I mean,
Three.
because we
You
got
said three, because you,
a
yeah, yeah,
three,
Oh yeah, three. That's right. Yeah.
yeah,
three.
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
So yeah, let's get into it. We got a lot to unpack, and I want to cover everything from that. So let's kick it off. So Rhonda, let's start with you. For those who are not familiar with who you are, what you do in East Carolina, go ahead and let us know.
Okay, guys. So I'm Rhonda Singleton. I am like the culinary guru when it comes down to culinary. I currently own 5 different organizations. One of the main things that we do with my brand that actually won the award, We Serve You Safe Learning Academy. What I do with that brand is I pretty much hold the hands of entrepreneurs that would like to start their businesses. So if you are in the culinary world, if you are a chef, if you're just trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, I'm the person to call if you would like something culinary. We go into food trucks, we go into restaurants. I do walkthroughs. So I'm the person that you call when you want to know what the health inspector is going to tell you about your business, whether you have violations, whether things are not set up correctly. We go in, we tell the entrepreneur or the business owner, hey, this is not correct. This is the way you should do it. We actually go in and help them develop recipes. We get their certifications for them. So I actually teach classes throughout the year. I teach food safety classes, entrepreneur one-on-one class, catering classes. I teach people, everything that you need to start your culinary business. We actually also, one of the major products that we just came off of was a project out in Rocky Mountain, North Carolina. You guys probably saw the restaurant. It's called Bustin' a Gut. I was the lead consultant on that project. So they pretty much called me, and it was an empty building. And I went in, told them what equipment they needed. I got all their certifications, their ABC license, the architect. My team did everything. And once the building was together and it was time for grand opening, my husband is an executive chef. So he went in and actually showed all the team members how to actually cook the food. So we literally hold the hand of our business owners from start to finish until grand opening day.
Okay, well, I need to come hold your hand so I can
Talking
get
about,
paid. Okay.
right? Something for the people. Well, something for
Okay,
the people.
definitely.
Okay.
Something for the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, Marquise, let us know what you do in East Carolina.
Ah, I used to say I mount TVs. That used to sum it up. That don't sum it up no more. But I started off mounting TVs, and 6 years later, now we do complete home renovation. So it can be a bathroom, a bonus room, your garage floor. I don't know, man. You just show me a space. I mean, we can change it. So it just, I don't even know what. I can't say I just mount TVs anymore. I really need to change the name because now I have several people under me. I hardly ever mount a TV. Those of you that follow me on Facebook, you really don't even see like me post a video of me mounting the TV anymore. And I used to do that religiously. That's how I grew my name and my brand and just my face through social media. Social media have been imperative in helping me grow. Even though I've had a billboard and a TV commercial, ads in Harris Teeter receipts. I've been on radio, but nothing like word of mouth, good customer service, and social media just has really did wonders for me. So yeah, I guess, if you need any home renovation work, I am definitely your guy.
No, that's right. Well, I can speak personally. I have had work done by you. You've done my TV in my home now when I first got in here, and I ain't had a problem with it. That TV been holding on.
I normally hang from the mount if I do come mount your TV, I will hang from the mount still.
Hey,
so.
you did do that. You did. He was literally hanging from my wall, y'all.
Yeah, sometimes even upside down. I don't mind.
Yes. So he does amazing work. So now this gala, when you guys were nominated,
we're not skipping you. We're not skipping.
Why
you.
leave me for last?
Entertainer of the year.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yes, that is huge.
I see you on the
That's
stage.
huge.
Okay, you had a dress on in some Timberlands. I was like, she's still from New York. She had a dress on in Timberlands. So I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, all right,
So weak.
I think that.
Okay. So those who don't know me, I'm the New Yorker that moved down here back in 2003, and I started this brand about 10 seasons ago. I started it with my neighbor at the time. My husband was actually, and his coworker at the time actually had a show, and I was behind the scenes. I was the one doing everything for them, trying to get them out, and I did an episode with them, and then the radio station that they were attached to basically was like, hey, we got a slot, we're looking for something urban, is how they say urban, what they mean. So urban. So it was between me and another podcaster out in Kinston that I'm friends with as well. The Real Hip Hop Show. We both sent in, what our platforms were going to be about, and I actually won the slot. And we only did, I don't even think we did an episode over there because they messed up our time slot. So, and we had a guest booked for that night. So I was like, you know what, let's do Facebook Live. So at least they can see the person opposed to hearing. We did that and it just took off. Like, I started with a guest from Oklahoma. I've never been to Oklahoma a day in my life, but had such an outpour and a response. And 10 seasons later, here we are.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Yeah. But we got Kanisha back. Welcome back.
Yeah, we got some internet problems out here. They're working on the roads out here, so.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, tell them to give us 20 minutes, okay? So tell them to go on break or something. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you are visionary. So you gave light and credence to the celebration. So if I could ask you, what was it about these three out of all of the people that was there, kind of like the selection process, the nomination process, and what was kind of the spark for you to be looking, in our community for our people to celebrate?
So I started, this was our 4th year that they came into. So I started this back 3 years ago. So this was my 4th annual. Reason why I started it was because being an entrepreneur myself, it was hard trying to get clients. It was hard trying to get my name out there. And I always wanted to do something for the community. So I was trying to think of something to have, and I was like, hey, I know other entrepreneurs is going through the same thing that I'm going through. I know the ones that start in business or the ones that has been in business for years and never got recognized. And a lot of people just think it's about business, but it's not. It's more of people in the community. I could give an award to somebody that been making biscuits at Mom's Grill for 40 some years, type of people like that we grew up around, the elders. They never got recognized, and it makes you feel good. And it also connects you to people. So I was like, hey, let me start this thing where I could bring the Black community together and we come as one, celebrate each other's achievements, celebrate our own achievements. So that's how the Black Entrepreneur Gala came about. 4 years strong, going on my 5th year. My 5th year is going to be in February. I always have it in Black History Month. And, I'm going to keep on having it. I mean, if it be 2 people or 100 people, I'm going to continue to have it. Marquise, how he got selected, he was nominated. So I let people nominate people throughout the community. And this is just not for, some people think it's just for one county. It's not. It's for all of Eastern North Carolina. So it's for 41 counties that people can nominate somebody. It could be somebody that's in the church. It could be somebody that's doing good out here in the community. And then it allows us to get on there and vote. And that's how they came about. They was the winners. I always do a runner up and I always do a winner. Nobody leaves out of there without an award. So it makes you feel good. You want to continue doing this. And it's just great to see a room full of Black excellence in one room. I mean, it's amazing.
I'm gonna say I was pleasantly surprised, even though I'm aware I have a small social media presence, and I've been attached to about every gala that that has came. I was attached in something, either a guest speaker or a panelist at the very first one, and then they're always nice. What I like most is I get to meet like the lady, the other lady, right? I can't even call her. Is it Rhonda?
Yes, Rhonda.
When you look at the ballot, I get to see and meet these other people. I love that it exposes me to what other people do.
Right.
I mean, that's the part I really like about these galas. A lot of y'all I did not know until I saw your name on the ballot. Seeing your name on the ballot made me go to your Facebook page and start to follow you and see what you do. Mm-hmm. I thought that was really cool.
It's a great way to network.
Yeah.
And I can say for the last 4 years, I have networked with so many people, not even in North Carolina, out of Georgia, out of New York. I have came in contact with so many people just doing this. And it was just for a small idea. I never thought it was going to get this big. And like I said, I'm going to continue. My plans for it is to actually travel with it. I want to travel with it. I know a lot of people say, well, take off the Black. I'm like, I'm not taking off no Black. Why? What for? They want me to do that. But I'm not taking off the Black. It's a time to celebrate us. It's for Black history. I'm not saying Black people can't come. Anybody can come. White people can get, nominated too. So it's just not for Black, but it's to represent us in Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
It should predominantly be, though, because we don't have safe spaces where we celebrate it.
Right.
We're exploited.
Mm-hmm.
So, my question in regards to that for all of the entrepreneurs, how do you build brand loyalty? Because we know the stigma that's associated with Black business, whether it's non-professional, blah, 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 this and that. That same ice you were just talking about is colder, $500 for Gucci, but if you got a $25 shirt, they're looking at you like, man, why I got to be $25? Come on, bro, hook me up, blah, blah, blah. How do you build the brand loyalty and a referral network that you build in regards to establishing your brand in your business?
Absolutely. I think for me, most of all of my clients are African American, and that was very major for me because I come from a position of executive in corporate America. And what I realized being in corporate America is that most of the people that's in executive positions, they don't look like me. I come from situations where I was the only African American district manager that was going around to hospitals doing these food service inspections in these kitchens. And what I realized that in that moment, there was a disadvantage for the colored people. So I started my brand actually helping only Black entrepreneurs with their food trucks and with their restaurants. Because if you guys will pay attention, there is, like you said, a stigma on the Black community that we are unprofessional, that we don't have our stuff together, or we're not getting the certificates and certifications like we're supposed to. So I built my brand to be able to go in and help these Black entrepreneurs, establish their business correctly. If you guys, maybe you guys don't know this, but it's very hard. Most of all Black entrepreneur food trucks and restaurants, they do not get their certifications on the first try. They do not. And that's where I came in to say, hey, this is what you need to do to get your certification to open up that food truck or open up that restaurant the first time around. And like you said, building that brand and word of mouth, like Marquis said, word of mouth on social media has been a savior for me. This Black Entrepreneur Gala, I was actually there passing out my business cards that night. And I'm going to tell you guys, my business have boomed since just that one night, meeting all these people. It was great to meet people from different areas, different walks of life, because I can say, oh, I know somebody that can mount your TV. Oh, I know somebody that can help you with your healthcare business. So it was a great opportunity to be around.
It's a great opportunity. It gives everybody a chance to network, and that's what I'm looking for people to network, be able to network. You never know. Like I said, I'll tell everybody when I do my announcements, and I do all my stuff through Facebook. I never, all my posts or anything like that, marketing is through Facebook. And I tell them all the time, like, this is a time you never know who's in the room. Never know.
Marquise, you also spoke about starting your business and then expanding your business. When did you know it was time? My bad, Jazz. When did you know it was time to expand your business and bring people in and give them an opportunity?
That is an excellent question. Believe it or not, when I first started, I didn't want to have anybody under me. I wanted to wear all the hats. I want to do all the work, because my mindset in the beginning was, I don't want to be responsible for anybody if they mess up. Your home is your biggest investment. And I did not want to be responsible for going back and fixing something that somebody else did. But what happened is, as my skill set grew, my confidence grew, and I started to do more stuff, people started requesting more stuff. And it was imperative that I get help. And I never asked for help. The craziest thing about all my workers, they came to me and asked me, can you show me what you do? Can you put me on? It was like God had just placed it. And it literally grew from a need. TV Mountain was crazy. When I started this 6 years ago, when I was by myself, I was, and mind you, at the time, I charged $80 to mount a TV, and I'm doing $5,000 a week gross in TV mounting. That's the demand. Now, I'm in Raleigh, but the demand was there. People move in and move out every day. Or a new homeowner might have 5 TVs. It's very common up here. So you might have 2 to 3 customers in a day and make $2,000 in a day. And between 2 to 3 people, not uncommon at all. Especially when you get good at it, you learn what you're doing. But you can't sustain that pace. And so it's good to have people that want to come in and learn. And next thing you know, you're showing them. Next thing you know, I found myself, like my Greenville tech, he seen me mounting in the lady's house one day. He said, man, I'm outside. He was working for the apartment complex at the time. He said, I'm outside in the sun. It's hot. He said, you in here in the AC smiling and laughing and carrying on. He said, can you show me, how you do what you do? You know, I said, give me 30 days. Let me buy a van. I wanted to bring him on in the best way possible. Like you mentioned, just trying to give a good experience. This is my first time about to, bring somebody onto my team. I went and bought a van, put a wrap on the van, got some shirts made, gave him a hat and a shirt, you know, and just brought him on in the most professional way I knew how at the time. And that guy hit the ground running. You know, he already knew how to do, because he worked in maintenance, so he knew his way around hand tools. But it grew. I knew it was time because the need was there. You know, people, the community, or I would say, my customers placed upon me a need in the way of, I saw it when the phone would ring and I'm trying to schedule and I got more work than it is me. So I knew it was time to start branching out. Let's do some things. And with the advent of my most recent venture into these media walls, I don't know if you've seen, but they really keep me busy. We almost doing one a week, and these are like 5-day projects at $7,000+ and I'm doing almost one a week now. And I have to have the crew that I have. I got to have them. There's no way I could keep up at this point. So you'll know when it's time. It'll be placed upon you. Like, you probably won't be able to continue in the capacity that you're moving in, and you'll know it's time to grow.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you, because I think that was the position I was in, because I was like, wait a minute. I need a graphic designer to do these menus. I need a chef to show these people how to cook. I need this person to show these people how to get loans. Like, at some point, you have to realize as an entrepreneur, you can't do it by yourself.
You can't do it by yourself.
You have to share the love. You have to share the love. And I think, and honestly, looking back, no matter how many people that I've helped open up these restaurants and these food trucks, the people on my team really mean a lot to me, because those are the people that I'm trusting with the brand, right? Trusting with the name, trusting to, take care of these clients. Because like you said, regardless, you are the face of the brand. So no matter how many people you have working with you or alongside of you, if something goes wrong, they're calling you. They're calling you. I just had the same experience today. My client said, wait a minute, this person did this. I haven't got my certification. Rhonda, what's going on? What's going on? Right. So they always going to look at you. So you got to make sure you hire people that you trust, to represent your brand the correct way.
My face is on the back of my van, real big. You can't, I'm the face of the brand for sure.
When I first seen Marquise was on the billboard on 264 in Washington. That was my first time seeing him. And when I seen him on there, I started following.
Oh, that's amazing.
Like, wait a minute, a black man on the billboard. Okay.
Yep. So growing up, I used to see that.
Yeah.
And I always never knew I would be on the billboard. And I didn't ask for that. You know how that happened? I'm driving down 264 in my van that's wrapped. And I guess the spokesperson that does those billboards for that company called the number on the van and was like, hey, would you like a billboard for your business? And after he broke it down, it ended up being like $5,000 for the year, right? So it wasn't bad. But that's how I got on the billboard, and I loved it. It didn't, it didn't do nothing for my bottom line, but it was like the cool factor of, I saw you on a billboard. Mm-hmm. I saw you. And it was so many people would say, I saw you on the billboard, and I could use that picture for advertising. And then that's where it really did good for me.
That's dope. What would you guys say is your biggest triumph and setback as being entrepreneurs?
For me, I would say clients actually listening. I think for me, in my line of work, is clients actually listening to you, because what you would find out in my line of business, they will hire you to be the expert, but then they're still the expert. So them actually listening and really, doing step by step as you advise. I think that's my greatest challenge, because a lot of times, and I tell my entrepreneur clients this is not a microwave business. Culinary is not a microwave business, okay? You can't just wake up one day and have the perfect culinary business establishment. It doesn't work that way. We're actually building a food truck right now from scratch. It does not work that way. It takes time. It takes wins. It takes losses. It takes a lot in this line of work. And I think clients listening is one of my greatest challenges. However, what makes me feel great every single day that I wake up is that when I go to these food trucks or I pass by these restaurants, I say to myself, you know what? I helped them open this restaurant. Like
That's
that's
dope.
what,
That's dope.
and I always go back. You know, once they're up and established, I always go back. I just went to one of my clients' food truck last week because I want to see all this hard work I put in. Was you listening?
Right, right.
Do you got your hairnet on? Do you got your gloves on? You know, different things like that. So I think clients actually trusting you through the process. I always start every consult off. You have to trust the process, especially when you're depending on higher ups and other people to give you these certifications. They got to know that you know what you're doing. So I think that's my greatest challenge. Them listening.
Good answer.
Marquise, you?
I was gonna let the women go first, but
Okay.
Yeah, let him be a gentleman.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
We'll come back
So-
to you, Kanisha.
So my biggest, well, of course, I got cut off. So let me tell you what I do. I have a home care agency.
Mm-hmm.
I opened it during COVID. So I've been running strong for going on 5.5 years. And since I had my home care agency, I opened the event center. I teach DOT classes. I help people open up full functioning labs.
Mm-hmm.
I have classes from anywhere from dental to, I use my establishment well. So I'm like a serial entrepreneur. But I think my biggest accomplishment is to see the look on my client's face. Being in home care, growing up, I always been around elderly. So to be able to know that I can provide care for them and become not just employed by them, but become family, I love that. I have got attached to, I'll go ahead and say all my clients I have been attached to where it's not no business type of thing. We became family. So we were there until the end. So I think that's my biggest and my greatest accomplishment of being there for the last final moments of a lot of my clients. Also my kids, my kids know that they got a hard working mama. I don't depend, even though being married, I don't depend on anybody. So that's how I was raised. My father raised me like that. So, and mother, but they always taught me not to be dependent on anybody. So seeing them or letting them see what mommy can get out here and do, I love that. So I'm gonna take it back to Rhonda. Woo. She said, clients not listening, man. Woo, students not listening for me. I'm out here trying to tell them how to open this lab and open this or that, whatever. But yeah, a lot of people's not patient enough, for you. They want to go ahead and start now. They want to go ahead and do this now. So I think the client's patient. Or my staff patient. That's my biggest downfall.
So Kanisha, let me kick it right back to you.
Okay.
This year's gala. Matter of fact, no, let me not say this year's gala. Out of all 4 of your galas that you had, which year was your favorite and why?
Ooh. I would say my favorite was my second year. On my second year, I had Bishop O as my keynote speaker, and he was absolutely great. I had a sold out. That was my first sold out. When I started the first year, it was sold out, but I was only expecting probably about maybe 120 people. Mm-hmm. But when I had 200 plus people that was in my second year, and Bishop O's was there, I mean, he did phenomenal. I think that was my best year. He spoke the truth. A lot of people, don't want to hear the truth, but he got up there and he spoke the truth, and he told his ins and outs and how he become, how he was today and whatsoever. So I think that was my best. This year, having Ian Burke there, yeah, I love Mr. Ian. I love Mr. Ian. If you go back and look at the history that he has done, and I think a lot of people this year didn't realize who he was.
No, they did
Oh.
not.
I didn't. I ain't
When
gonna
I
lie.
saw him, I'm not gonna lie to you. My mouth dropped. I'm from New York, so
Right.
I know who he is, what he has done, and then working in this area that I work in, I know
Right.
exactly who he was. So when I saw him coming that stage, I'm like, I said to my husband, I'm like, I know that ain't who I think it is.
And I kept it down. So I was like, he's TLC Escape. And I think people still didn't realize it. And
No,
then I had so many people after the gala that was like, I want to talk to him. I didn't know that was him. They wanted to see his documentary and whatsoever. So yeah, I think Mr. Ian, and he's coming back next year, y'all. But
yeah,
I think he's another. So I would say my second and this year was my two best years.
yes. I mean, that was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, his story is phenomenal, and let me just thank you personally while we're sitting up here because that was a network for me. Because once I saw him up there, I hit her up immediately. I think we were still at the awards. I'm like, listen, I need him. I need to speak to that man, and he came on, and we have we have connected. And my
Right.
manager have connected with him, so he's great. He's great. A very inspirational man in the
Mm-hmm.
business. Very inspirational. He started so many people's careers. I can't even name all of them. Like it's
Right.
ridiculous.
Wow.
So
So Ian, thank you. If you looking at this, thank you. Thanks for
yes,
everything.
yes,
Um, I speak to him regularly, so I probably call him. Oh, well, I'm gonna send him a message today.
yeah.
But
He told me. I just spoke to him. I think it was like maybe 2 days ago.
mhm.
Yeah, he says you
I
check up
haven't.
on him.
Yeah, I try to send him a how you doing or something, but he's real cool. He's down to earth.
Yes,
But he has did tremendous things with the museum.
yeah, I agree.
Miss Stanicia Graham, she was good, excellent also.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you that connect for that because you need to speak. Stanicia does a lot.
Yes, I could not think of that lady's name for the life of me, but I definitely wanted to speak to her. And of
Mhm.
course, D Boy. I've known D Boy for years.
Right.
I worked with one of his cousins. I remember when I used to go get sandwiches from him from Chick-fil-A in the mall. So I mean,
Hmm.
I'm so proud of him. And then when I came out, he was like, I didn't even know that was you in there. Like I'm like, yeah. Like, so I mean, it's a great way to reconnect, network, and expand your gala.
Mhm.
So I am forever thankful for what you do.
Absolutely.
Thank you. But we looking forward to 2026. 2026. It's gonna be my 5th year, so I got to go on out. I need
I
more
can't
I'm
people
wait.
ready
there.
for it.
I
We
can't
need
wait.
more people there. I think that was my biggest downfall, and maybe because I was in Greenville and I've been doing it in Little Washington for the last 3 years.
Mhm.
And I moved it to another city, but that's what I want to do. I want to keep moving it from a city to city because a lot of people don't know about it. That way, it's going to make it grow.
Mhm.
But I
Well,
definitely.
before we go forward, I just wanted her dress. Because her dress, not a lot of people saw that dress that she had on that night. That dress, let me tell you something, honey. You ate down in that
Oh,
dress.
me?
Yes, you. That dress
Oh,
was
He's like, who you talking about? Who you talking about?
I saw that dress. I was like, oh, I felt a little underdressed. Like, I feel like I got on Tim's and sweatpants right now.
thank you. Yeah, I come dressed to impress. So every year I have a bad dress. So I love the dress, and
Not
that's
just
something
you, but all our people were
everybody
dressed. Okay.
everybody was dressed, and Rona was just like, yo, she
Yeah, I
came
seen
in.
her tiptoe. Let me tell you about her, because she tiptoe coming, excuse me, just looking all pretty. Let me get to my table over here. Okay. Hey. Yes, honey. Y'all did the thing this year, and I've never been so impressed to be
Mhm.
around so many of our people and
Mhm.
peers
Mhm.
that
Yeah,
are doing
I want
wonderful.
to keep it where it be different because everybody people's not used to different. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to do this gala different where everybody come dressed up, pressed. You know what I'm saying? I just want this next year. I want a little bit more involvement. That's the only thing. The choir, that choir. So I always have like a gospel session
Mm.
at each one. But them teenagers from Kinston High School,
Mm-hmm.
that was amazing.
They can
That was
sing.
amazing.
Same.
They can sing.
Yes,
That was amazing.
They were.
So yeah, hopefully next year it'll be better. I know it's going to always be some hiccups somewhere, but hopefully next year it's going to be better. This is going to be our 5 year. So
I'm believing, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I
For sure.
can't wait.
right, and I'm also looking for team members. I'm gonna start announcing some team members, but I got someone that's live right now that I want to come
That's what I'm
aboard
talking
in my
about.
team because I
Okay.
need a good team.
Yeah,
So
put them to
Let me
work.
know anything
You know
that you
what I'm
need.
saying?
I'm
Put them to
here.
work.
I am here.
You know, you got nominees. You know, we could do a whole rollout
Yes.
series dedicated to people so we could get their backstory
Yep.
beforehand, and
Anything
they
you
are
need, I'm here,
promoting.
honey.
Everybody's promoting. That's how things grow. So
Yes.
right.
yeah.
And
So I wanted to ask y'all about inflation, like because you said you started during the pandemic. Pandemic was its own set of situation with business and businesses, but more of our people I know, they got into business because of the shelter in place sort of situation. It had its
Mm,
own situation in regards to that. But if we're talking food costs, cost of labor, all of the things went up post pandemic right now. How are y'all able to, kind of still maneuver in this economy?
mm,
Rhonda.
So you're absolutely right. Especially when it comes down to the line of work that I'm in, because my clients have to have quite a bit of money to open up these restaurants and these food trucks. The
mm,
average cost of a food truck right now is $40,000, and that's not even including the food to go in the truck. This
mm,
is just $40,000, and sometimes it's not even including some of the equipment that you need. So it's very important to me to be able to show the clients the history and the success of my brand. I feel like if people see that, other people have hired you and their business has been successful, that's how you are able to sustain. And that's the reason why I don't just hold my client's hand just through grand opening. I have a consultant firm. So my clients actually pay monthly subscriptions to actually call me whenever they need me. So when I walk away from them, I'm just not walking completely away. They are able to still call me to ask me questions. I'm still able to go in to help them when they have issues. So it's not just like you pay me and I'm out. That's not how that works. So it was kind of easy it's still easy for me to be able to get those clientele because they see the results of the labor. I feel as though when people see the results of the labor, it's easy for them to believe in what it is that you're able to help them accomplish. An average consultant right now, if I do a full service restaurant, it's about $25,000. But think about that. That's with me being with you for 2 to 3 years. That is a long time to be calling me out my phone every 5 minutes. With that, again, it really just depends on where the client is at and what they're able to do. Most of my clients, they have investors. A lot of my clients, especially when they come out to the restaurant business, a lot of my clients have investors. And I actually go to those meetings, those Zoom meetings, and speak on the client behalf and say, yes, they need this $10,000 because this is the piece of equipment they need to be successful. So I feel like if you're able to lay out exactly what you can do, what they're able to accomplish, this is the back end bottom line number. I feel like they'll believe in the process. They'll believe in the vision. A lot of times you'll find out in this business, a lot of people have the vision. They have the vision, but they don't have the means. That's the reason why I have accountants on my team. That's the reason why I have people for them to work with to help them manage the money. A lot of the time in the Black community, it's I'm gonna get the bag, spin it, and get it right back. And I teach my clients that's not how you're able to be successful in this line of business. If you made $50,000 this week, you can't spend 30,000 of that. Because next week that piece of equipment may break down and it takes 5,000 to fix it. So really just having those accountants and those financial advisors working with the clients also helps with this business as well.
Very resourceful. What would you guys give?
Wait. Well, brother been good this whole time. Now I know he didn't have something to say at least to something. You know what I'm saying?
What you gotta say,
And
Marquise?
you
You ain't saying
expanded,
nothing.
and your business over the last 6 years and brought in other people and offered additional services. So leveraging in this economy, how were you able
Let
to
me
make that
say,
accomplish?
let me start by saying y'all are asking some amazing questions. Y'all are doing the questions are on point. I love it. I'm gonna jump back because I love your previous question about the biggest accomplishment and biggest downfall, and then I'll segue into your current question. For me, biggest accomplishment was buying my house. I didn't start the business to buy a house. I started the business simply because I didn't want to work for anybody. Um, I just I didn't make a good 9 to 5. I just was not a good employee.
Mhm.
So I started Mountain TV's part time, and it took over. And now I do it full time. So that was my biggest accomplishment. Which coming from a family that we not homeowners in my line, there's just not a lot of, I just didn't see that growing up. We grew up in a trailer, you know.
Mhm.
So anyway, but back to your current question, I started around the with the pandemic, whatever. I was already in Lowe's and Home Depot a lot, so I've seen inflation affect those materials that we use on a day-to-day basis. I've seen those go up in price. Y'all have seen it even as people that just shop at Food Line or Walmart. You've
Right.
seen stuff
Price
go up, and
gouging,
you just
all of
yeah. I
that.
mean, it's
Mhm.
been crazy. So unfortunately, in my line of work, um, all you can do is pass that cost on, but deliver excellent service.
Mhm,
I mean, that's really all you can do if you want to remain profitable.
mhm.
Um, it just everything is going up. The cost of your house has went up. 10 years ago, you can get a house for dirt cheap. Now, I think the average is like 400,000 plus. So
Mhm.
you know, but I'm abreast of materials I use, and so that helps me with my price point, so I stay profitable, but fair to the customer, but fair to me and my staff. Um, so it just helps to just you just got to know your lane and what you're purchasing on a daily basis. It ain't been terrible. I mean, I don't like it. Even gas makes everything go up for everybody
Yeah.
as well.
Right.
But we ain't gonna walk to your house and do this work. So we just it says some stuff you got to pay for, and
Right.
it just come with the territory.
And y'all also have to deal with the things from the state, right? So can we educate the people that are taking on these entrepreneurial ventures, what it means to be in compliance, what it means to be up to code, all of these other aspects, right? Because you like, all right, I got this great idea. Then once it come out of your head, you put it on paper, you start doing that. You're like, wait a minute, it don't sound so attractive no more. You understand what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
dealing with these things from multiple aspects, and then everybody got their hand out for something. You understand what I'm saying? To be able to make sure that you're running optimal according to that. So, what was those things like in that process like? And I know, Ms. Rhonda, with you working with, you know, food and sanitation and all of those aspects of people, they like, man, like I don't like all I just wanted to do was because my auntie and them said that I make the best spaghetti in the family. I wanted to turn that into my
He good.
dream.
I
You know
like
what
him.
I'm
He
saying?
entertaining.
Or we were doing other things for so long. We wanted to do something different when we retired, and this felt like more work than what I initially envisioned. So getting people together, how do y'all deal with the entrepreneurial minds? How do y'all deal with the setbacks? And how do y'all deal with like state regulations and code?
So the state regulations and codes in the food service industry changes yearly almost. There are to start a restaurant. I have about 15 different license I have to get for my clients, and if they are trying to also operate in ABC compliance, that's a whole nother different ball game. That's a whole nother different fingerprints and background checks and
Yeah,
all
North
types of
Carolina is stringent. They ain't got
yeah,
nothing else to
they're
do.
very
North
strict.
Carolina is strict.
For
We are the
food,
strictest state.
they are strict.
And they'll pop up like, hey,
They
how
will
y'all
pop
doing?
up. They will pop
Yeah.
up. Food trucks, it's only two license that I have to get, but for restaurants, it's very long. It's a long process, and with the clients, I try to express to them that going into this, it is a long process, and it's not something that you can get, with a click of a finger. And that's the reason why we Serve You Safe Academy. I have tried to streamline my brand to the point where anything that the client needs is a one-stop shop. I'm able to exhaust most of my clients' funds within my brand because I'm a national Serve Safe instructor. So I teach nationwide food safety. So I don't just certify people in North Carolina. I certify people in Texas, Atlanta. I just had a client in Guam. So I certify really nationwide in food
Pop your
safety.
collar then, okay? Wow. All right. You gotta pop that collar now. Come on.
So that certification in particular, the ABC, I've certified so many bartenders in North Carolina, it's ridiculous. I've actually certified almost every food truck in Eastern North Carolina that you guys eat at every day. Most of them got their certifications through me. So the certification process, the license process is not a hard process. It is a long process. The average right now, as you guys know, things are crazy in the employment world. So therefore, most of the health departments, it's taking them 30 days, sometimes 45 days to even get to a food truck to say, let me look at this. Everything is good. You can open up. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of short staff and all that. So really, these certifications, these certificates, the client just has to be patient. And it's not something, a lot of times what you will find out in my line of work, the client has already tried to get it themselves. They don't want to pay me. They've already tried to get it themselves. And the health department has said, no, this application is not correct. So therefore, now I have to go back and meet with the health inspector myself and kind of fix what, they have already started. There is a lot of compliance in culinary and food services that people, don't realize. And those certifications are not forever certifications. Some of those certifications are 5 years, like the food safety certification is 5 years, but just ABC license, that's every year. So, it's just not just a one-stop shop. It's an ongoing thing. And I admire the fact of the FDA, the USDA. I admire them because every time you turn around, they're changing something, but they're making it better. And, so when those new things come out, when they change things as far as allergens and stuff like that, I go back to my clients and I send the information out to them. So I don't just stop when I'm done with their project. This is an ongoing forever thing when you become my client. Like Anisha said, you become my family. You become my food family, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you're in compliance.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
We're talking
awesome.
about food family, okay? You know what I'm saying?
You get ready to make me do my next adventure.
Get up, hey.
Jump on the boat. I got you.
And y'all all spoke to family to
Right.
some degree. And Jazz, I got to throw you in there. Like, what is it like winning with your family? You know what I mean? Like winning with your family, showing them the back end of what's going on. Everybody not there for all of it. They might look at it and, build in their mind some kind of way. So what's it like for you actually winning with your family? And Jazz, I know you're very involved in your family's education, the school, and work and all of those things, like work-life balance, family, Miss Signature said, my husband, okay, he a master chef and he come in and teach them that, okay, this how much seasoning you need in there, blah, blah, blah. So we ain't got no raisins in the potato salad on the food truck. You understand? Because if you want raisins in your potato salad, this might not be what you want to do. So like working at those aspects and, building the thing with the family. You can win at work and lose at home, or win at home and lose at work. So how do y'all kind of make all of those things happen together?
I'll let my guests go first. Y'all go first.
You absolutely correct. I know being present sometimes at work can mean being absent at home from family. I know I went so hard in the beginning to get myself and my name and my brand out there. I missed a lot of time with my kids. But they reap the benefit because when I can't be there, I'm usually paying for or facilitating it in some other way. I'm a single dad of two and the custodial parent. So luckily my kids are older though.
Pop
So
that
I don't
car.
have
You
to
don't
be
think
there at it. That
yeah.
is very true. Usually most entrepreneurs, if we're very successful in one area, it tends to be the trend where you lack in some other area, whether it be family or your relationship or usually some other area of your life is going lacking if you're super good in one area. It's just the nature of the beast.
Mhm.
Um, Rhonda.
I mean, I totally agree with you. The lucky part for me is that me and my husband also own a catering business, so we're always working together. And like you were saying, sometimes making sure that family is included can be hard with my line of work. But I was actually talking to someone today, and I told them, I've certified over 500 people, but my greatest accomplishment is get ready to be my husband opening up his own food truck. I've helped all these people.
Hey, hey.
I've helped all these people accomplish their dream, live out their dream, do their thing, but being able to argue with him about why I'm right because I teach other people how to do this is my greatest accomplishment. Him being able to open up his food truck because a lot of times, you're so busy on helping everybody else and you have people right there in your community. When I say your community, I'm speaking of your family. You have people right there in your family with the same dreams, with the same aspirations, and you overlook them because you're trying to get that green Charlie. You're trying to get that money. You're trying to get those dollars. When you got family right there that have the same dream and the same aspiration. So I'm more excited about helping him establish his food truck. Now I'm not working on the food truck. I'm not cooking anything. I'm just making sure
You made that clear.
You made
You
that
said you
very
better
clear.
get
Not
somebody
yet.
else
Not
to
yet.
do
I
it.
ain't
Don't go
cooking
there
that.
yet.
You said you better get
Thanks.
somebody else to do it. Okay.
let's make that clear. But like you said, being able to help family is, I mean, that's going to be an accomplishment for me. I'm so excited. His grand opening is coming up in July, and it's going to be awesome. But I'll be able to say within myself, not only did I help everybody else, but I also help family. You get what I'm saying? And that balance, it like Marquis said, that balance is hard. It is very hard. My daughter just told me the other day. She said, "Mom, you always working."
Mm.
I had to take a step back because I'm like, you know what? She's right. And you know what I told her? I said, you're right. I'm always working. Come sit beside me so I can show you how to do Square. So I can show you how to do my invoices. Because,
I'm talking about.
bringing them and including them,
Right.
especially when you have children, my kids are teenagers. I
Right.
tell them, listen, I'm trying to show you guys the way. You don't have to work a nine. Like Marky said, you don't have to work a 9 to 5. I want my children
Mhm.
to have the mentality if they go out and work a 9 to 5, it's because they choose to, not
Right.
because they had to.
Right.
So, Miss Kanisha, I got a double question for you in regards
Um,
to working with converting the families, right? And even in the medical industry, any of the things that you do, you're talking about the staff, you're talking about the students, you're talking about
mm,
families up to the last day. How did you go about establishing trust? Because many of us are distrustful based off of the American experience,
right.
particularly in the medical industry. So, how
Yeah.
did you go about establishing
The
trust
the
and
medical
connecting?
it's hard. I would say it. It's point blank period. It's hard. The medical field, especially being home care, you got to have that trust in my aide. You got to make sure they are doing what they're supposed to, that they're caring for the client, that they're not, I'm a different boss. And I tell everybody that I'm one that if I got 12 or 13 clients, I'm going to their house every day. I'm checking up on them. Then my staff is not just going to be sitting around. I'm going to make sure they're taking care of what they're supposed to do because I know with my grandmother, I was in that situation where, and that's the reason I opened my home care was because my grandmother. COVID started, nursing home. I mean, we couldn't see her at all and everything. And I'm not gonna lie, her whole foot rotted off while during COVID. Yes.
Mm.
And that's what made me, and on her deathbed, that's what I told her that I was going to continue to open it. Our plans was to try to get her out. And, I told her, that was my plan, to open this. And that's why I think she's blessing me from heaven above because it's like, Every time I turn around, I'm getting a blessing. I'm getting a blessing. I'm getting a blessing. I'm opening this. I'm opening that. I'm doing different in people's lives. Um, so I would say thorough background checks that I do for my clientele or my clients that goes in there. You never know who's in people's homes. Um, I came in situations like that. You know, you might be caring for this one. You got Uncle Tommy over here, and he's expecting you to care for him or whatsoever. So I be very careful of the females because mostly in the industry that I'm in, home care agency, you have mostly females going to these homes, and so many things is happening during this time. You know, you got to be careful. Um,
Yeah.
far as like Rhonda was saying, compliance. If you plan on opening up a home care agency, like you got to be in within compliance. You know, you got to be in compliance with Medicaid. You got to be in compliance with Medicare. We got to do our license every year, every December. We got to pay that five something for that, you know, that license to keep it going. So, and it's just a lot. I know y'all asked me a question earlier about, you know, you said something about the family, how we
Right.
incorporate our family and everything. I incorporate my kids in everything that I do. My kids are grown. So I have a 24-year-old and I have a 20-year-old. My 20-year-old is autistic, but I don't let that stop him. I include him in stuff if it's nothing but like setting up for my event center, or he comes along with me. If I go out of town, he's in that back seat with me. He's coming along to see what I do. So I incorporate my kids because I want them to see what I do, that they can do it. Um, leave them a legacy for, you know, because I know I'm not going to be here forever.
Absolutely.
So Miss Jazzy, Timberland lady from the Bronx.
um, it is definitely a struggle. It's for real a struggle. I work in healthcare as well, so to do that's my full time. So to do that all day, and while I'm at work, I'm working on bookings and
Mm-hmm.
advertising and emails. I ain't supposed to, but got to do what you got to do. And then with my family, my kids have actually been on this platform. My son was on here with his school and teachers because they put out a book, and this was back when they were in the fifth grade. They put out a children's book. It was like a class of 8 or 10 of them, and we had them come on. So I implemented them in, showing them the ropes of, okay, you have a product out. This is what you do now that you have a product out. You come up here, you give these people this, and come buy my book. This is why. This is why I did that. My oldest child, which is about to make me a grandmother in July.
Whoop,
um,
whoop. Congratulations.
Thank you. She took after me. She started her own blog, and she got the bug that I got doing this. Talking to different people, meeting different walks of life, and helping in my community. Because that, to me, this is why I started this platform. I was tired of seeing, like BET, for example. BET started for us. It was supposed to be about us, for us, from us. And then they lost their journey along the way. Like, we don't even own it no more. White people own BET now. So I wanted to do something that was just for us. So here comes the culture. It used to be something for the people. I was like, no, let's go bigger. Let's do culture. Because we have started single-handedly by ourselves everything that is around us, whether it's building cars, whether it's art, where it's country music, pop music. Most of the genres of music we have started. Art, politics. We were the first Republicans. So, it's a lot of things that we had our hands in that I wanted to celebrate us on every level, and then give back to our people. So, okay, all right, well, Denzel Washington. Okay, that's great. You're Denzel Washington, but what do you plan on doing for the people in the Bronx or wherever you're from? I've had those conversations on here. I've had a men's conference on here where I had K-Born Rivers from the Classical 2 and um, Cuban Link from Terror Squad and Flip Mode Squad on here all at once, having a conversation about what they can do about bringing positivity to the youth in New York or wherever they're from. What can y'all men do? How are y'all going to come together?
Mm-hmm.
I'm about creating legacies for my children. That's what I'm about. And when I leave, because there's going to be a day, like Kanisha said, we leave this earth. I want my children to know, oh, my mom went to bat for us. My mom was out here in these streets, foot to pavement, trying to make better for me and my two other siblings.
Absolutely.
So it's a struggle at times. Sometimes I'm exhausted. I'm not going to lie. There's been many a times where my manager and my good friend here could tell you, yeah, Jasmine will be like, yeah, I want to quit. I'm probably going to say it tomorrow. I'm probably going to say that tomorrow. I want to quit.
Just tell her go to bed. Go to bed.
Yeah, he'll just say, go to bed. You'll be all right. Go to bed.
Wake up tomorrow.
But I don't. And here we are 10 seasons later with you remarkable people. And I'm so glad I have not.
We are too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Resume and resume are spelled the same.
Yes,
You
they
know,
are.
but they're proof of what you've done. So what Ms. Rhonda was just reminding somebody, I didn't help 500 people.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones who ain't quit because she ain't quitting. But they might
Right.
have got some quitting and they're like, all right, maybe I just need to put some raisins in my potato salad and people will buy it.
You
So
and these raisins.
having that, you know, I mean, that's how the raisins got, and we lost BET. It happened when you let raisins go on the potato salad and stuff don't, you know, it don't taste right no more. It ain't yours no more. You're like,
That
who
joint
made the
done.
potato salad? So we're building a brand, building a business, and then looking to make that business top of mind. When they think about something that someone has, they think of you. That is something that all of the businesses in this competitive global marketplace want. When you think about a hamburger, they want you to think about McDonald's, Wendy's, all of them got hamburgers. But where are you going? What's most economic and what sort of experience do you have there? You know, Dad was talking about, oh, I got this Chick-fil-A from my homeboy in the mall. You understand? There was something about the experience. So creating experience leads to lasting legacy. So I think a question that I had finally about the legacy space, you know, what sort of quality control mechanisms do y'all put in place to make sure that whatever you do, it's the best? You know, the people that you're connected with in your ecosystems in regards to what you do. What kind of quality control mechanisms do you personally put in place? I know Ms. Kanisha was talking about, I'm showing up. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, all right, you ain't gonna be on your phone and neglecting, you know, my
Right.
client. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, all right, that's that version of raising a potato salad. So, you know, Marquise was like, hey, look, I went and got the van, I went and got the shirt, I went and got this. They know that when somebody's interfacing with his brand, they're dealing with his brand from the perspective of top of the mind, top of the line, exceeding customer expectation experience. So they'd be like, all right, if I want my space transformed, I'm rolling with brother right here. You understand what I'm saying? If I just want my TV on the floor, I don't need to call nobody. You understand what I'm saying? So putting all these things together and transforming homes and fences and decks and lives, you know, those key indicators that show that okay, somebody occupies the space right here. So they could be like, oh, this food truck process, it was crazy, but I'm at the football games, I'm at the basketball games, I'm at graduation, I'm at the prom, I'm in front of the club. So it was a time where I was going through all this process, but all of the process was based off of proven points concepts. So I think I'll start with you, Miss Rhonda, in that regard. Like, what sort of quality control mechanisms do you have in place to get people to make sure that they're doing their best, right? So otherwise they end up on Restaurant Impossible or Save My Bar or I've had it John Fix My Life, help me get these raisins out the potato stuff, whatever it need to be, something.
Okay, so I teach a class, and all of my classes I actually built from scratch. So all of my PowerPoints, all of my literature, all my language, I actually did that from scratch. And I teach a class called Entrepreneurship 101. And one of the things I teach in that class is what you call creating an SOP, a standard operating procedure. I use that for my own personal business, and I encourage my clients to use it for their brands as well. Because once you put a standard operating procedure in place, then that means that everything that's in here is on paper. And what you'll find out is that a lot of the times when you want to give up, your mind is telling you, hey, it's time for you to give up. This is not working out. This is too hard for you. And I always tell my clients, go back to your standard operating procedures. Go back to what you thought, what you felt when you first decided that you want to open up this restaurant or when you want to open up this food truck, and put those systems in place. What you'll find out is if you have staff members and all those people that's working for you, if you don't have a standard operating procedures in place, people gonna go, hey, wow. I tell my clients, do not operate your business. I don't care if it's only two people, you and your mama. You do not operate your business like you're running a mom and pops. You operate your business if you're running a corporation from the beginning to the end. Because if you start out operating like a moms and pops and you're just doing anything and you letting them do whatever, it's going to continue to be that way. But if you start out as if you're a corporation, putting those standard operating procedures in place, then you can't go wrong because everything is on paper. My standard operating procedures in a notebook. I got to get it. My notebook tells all 5 of my businesses, and it tells how to operate those businesses from the beginning to the end. If I can't go to work tomorrow, guess what? I can hand my husband my binder and he knows, hey, this is the bank account. Hey, this is where she orders her food from. Hey, this is the person she used for the accountant. So putting those standard operating procedures in place will help the entrepreneur stay balanced, because that's what it's all about. It's about being able to stay balanced in this type of industry, in any industry, because you're going to get tired. You're going to get worn out, and there's going to be days, and I said this in my speech when I spoke at the Black Entrepreneurship Gala, there's going to be days when you just don't feel like it. But guess what? Somebody somewhere is watching you, and somebody is drawing strength from your courage. So for me, it's always about making sure, hey, even though I don't feel like it today, guess what? One thing about the day got to end. And
That's what I'm talking about.
And if God gives you strength, you're going to wake up tomorrow and you put those standard operating procedures in place. And I promise you, having that stability in your company, having that stability in your brand will definitely help you be successful. You can't be all over the place all the time. You got to have those procedures in place for you to be successful, because that's what you're going to lean on when you don't feel like it. Hey, you know what? 10 years ago, you know what I said? I was going to do this, this, and this. Let me look back at that. It's also called affirmation. You get what I'm saying? You got to affirm that thing. You got to believe it. I'm not going to talk y'all to death, but it should tell you, I can really talk, okay?
And you're good at it too.
An entrepreneur.
Right?
Because the reality is there's going to be days when you wake up and you're not going to feel like being an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
You're not going to feel like being a mother. You're not going to feel like being a wife. But guess what? Like I said, somebody else is depending on you. And somebody is looking at you and say, you know what? If Rhonda can do it, if Jazz can do it, if Kanisha can do it, if Marquise can do it, guess what? I can do it too.
Do it.
Anybody can do it if I did it.
Anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right?
I think you don't answer for all of us.
What you
Right.
say?
Man, she preached right then. I just was missing some chords. And you were preaching. That was good though.
I had my church bell out. Hold on.
Yeah. But she absolutely right. You gotta have systems, man. It's all it is. Like, it's just you gotta have systems in place so you don't get burned out. And when that's exactly right. Totally agree with you.
So, Ms. Jazzy, I know you're going to ask your legacy question, so I'm going to be quiet after you answer the question that I asked about what kind of systems you got in place. You understand what I'm saying?
The systems I got in place, I build relationships. Everybody that has been on this platform for the past 10 years, I either have grew up with them or either my family has known them, or they are a friend of a friend, or this is home base. Everybody that has been on this platform will tell you the culture is home base. I make you feel like home when you here. We are kikiing. We have cried over here. I have been therapist to some of these artists. Like you would not. This is home base. I'm there. I'm not just a host on here. Like some of these artists, they, even if I don't know you like that, and I just met you doing the episode, we have gone off to be friends or even close, family, to be honest. There's some of these artists was like, oh, hey, how's Lily doing? I'm just like, oh, she's okay. She's all right. But yeah, I mean, when you come here, I make sure that you are comfortable, because when you go on a lot of these big networks, they really don't really care who you are. They really don't.
They're looking for a viral moment.
Right. It's a viral moment. It's a clickbait moment. It's something for them, not for, the person that you are interviewing.
Right. Not
just like when I asked each of you. Now, Rhonda, I was not familiar with who you are until the gala, but I did know who these two were prior. But, once I saw everybody at the gala, even All Meat No Bones, I knew who she was prior. Let me reach out to these people and show these people not just this one night, but another time who they are, what they do, and why they do it, and what they're doing it for. A lot of times that I've noticed living here in Greenville, and I was just talking about this with TC Southern Soul the other night when we did an episode. A lot of people here, when they feel like they have a certain status within, the town, they feel like, oh, well, I'm at this status, so I don't have to talk to you.
Right. Right.
I'm one thing, Mom. I'm gonna keep it a band. I'm not. I don't.
Right. Right.
A lot of people, and I'm sure Kanisha probably ran into that as well. Putting the gala together, you probably asked certain people.
Yeah.
And they probably like, well, my price is this, or that. Well, hold on.
And it didn't even really have to do with the price. It was more of why you having it here in Pitt County. Yeah. It was more of that. And I mean, I could speak about it now because it's over, but it was more of, I had them questions of, well, why you having it here? Or why is she having it here this year? Or why, whatever. And I'm like, I could have it anywhere I want because nobody owns no city. You know what I'm saying? So,
it is mine.
And I'm like, but, it had got to that point where I had said several times, I see some of my people on here have been commenting. That was on my team. It had been several times that I was like, well, I'm gonna cut it off. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And literally 2 weeks before I had the gala, I had said, look, I'm gonna just call everybody. I'm just canceling. But I'm not. I had to think about it a little while. I'm like, look, nobody owns the city. Nobody, they're trying to bring something different. That's the main purpose of it. We're trying to have it where everybody get along. You have to realize one thing. I hear a lot of people like on social media or whatsoever, or get up there and they talk on social media and they say, well, we for this and we for that one and we for the youth or whatever else. But what y'all think the youth is looking at?
Right. That part.
The youth is looking at you. So if you out here and you're an entrepreneur and you're doing big things in the city, you're doing big things here or whatever else, what do the youth see y'all doing it? So why not you let them youth see y'all come together?
Right.
So, I had a lot of backlash with it, but that's every year. Somebody has something to say, but I'm gonna continue it.
But you know what? If you don't get backlash, that means you ain't doing nothing right. So
right. That's exactly right. Exactly right.
And what Jazz was saying about is, the clicks and all that stuff.
Right.
Even in my business, in my line of work, it's always competition here. Oh, this person's selling burgers and she's trying to make her burgers look like me. I had to tell a client, let me explain something to you, okay? There's enough money for everybody.
Hey, grocery store sell bread, all types of bread.
Right.
All of them get sold, all of them get bought.
It's crazy. It's so much. Oh well, she got a food truck and she's trying to sell stuff that I'm like, listen, I'm sure that her chicken wings don't taste like yours because your grandma may told you put egg in your batter, and maybe she didn't put no egg in her batter. You know what I mean? So
Right.
really, it should be, like Anisha said, everybody coming together and, you know, supporting the youth and actually showing them good influence. I actually just released something where in July, I have so many entrepreneurs, children that want to open up lemonade stands and hot dog trucks. So just in the month of July, I'm coming to Eastern North Carolina, and I'm doing a free food safety certification for all children. I'm going to certify every child that wants to open up a lemonade stand, a food truck, a popcorn, whatever food industry they want to do. I'm going to certify every single last one of them absolutely free. Because again, those children are looking at us. And believe it or not, I see this in every day. It's a lot of kids and teenagers open up businesses.
Yeah.
I was just at a pop-up shop this weekend, and it was 5 different kids selling different stuff.
Right.
And that, to me, that's amazing, because coming up, you know, I'm only 36, but coming up, you didn't see many children entrepreneurs. But this just shows you that in the Black community, the parents are doing something right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times people say that we're not doing anything right. But if you look at all these young entrepreneurs, the Black community, we are doing something right. It may be slow.
Can I just piggyback your comment and say, so my son played AU basketball. You talking about the kids, right? There's a little boy that brings his camera to the game, take pictures of the players, and sell it to the parents for $20. That boy is a hustler. I love it. And they want that footage. They want that picture.
Right.
I mean, and it's easy. He don't have no problem selling.
You see a need and you fill it.
Right.
That's
And
it.
I tell in my entrepreneur class, I tell them, I don't care if it's knitting a hat. Everybody has a talent. You may have not found your niche yet. You might not have found what it is that you feel like you're good at, or what other people feel like you're good at, but there's talent and there's entrepreneurship in everybody. It's whether or not you want to execute it. And you have the mentality to be able to execute what it is that you want. But everybody has talent. Everybody has some type of entrepreneurship in them. I strongly believe that. I don't care if it's picking up potatoes out there. You may be the fastest potato picker, and you don't open up your potato business.
Somebody put it on camera, all of a sudden you got a business now.
Okay.
That's it.
Now everybody wearing potato sacks.
Yeah, one of my brothers, he used to go to the video, like he used to go to the game. And he was a young entrepreneur from the media aspect. And they started knowing him from coming to the games. He was doing his own sports commentator at the game. There was no media coverage. You might got announcers or whatever, blah, blah, blah. He would set up and commentate the games. And y'all see it now, the content where people are talking about little aspects that they see. But he did that, you know, like 20 years ago. So,
and Kanisha is getting ready to open up. Kanisha is getting ready to do a gala for the children. And I told my children, I told both of my kids, y'all going.
Right. And that's going to be, it's going to be my first year. So this is something I'm going to keep up too. But it's going to be a young entrepreneur gala. And every kid is going to get every kid that walks in that door is going to get an award. Kid vendors. I'm going to have a special guest. I'll be announcing it soon, but yeah, I'm gonna have a special guest for these kids to be able to have a good time. They get to dress up, so it's actually going to be a sneaker ball.
It's gonna be dope
for the kids. So I am looking forward to that, because, like I said, that they are future. I mean, we out here doing everything, but
watching this.
I'm getting ready to be 46 in a couple of weeks, so I'm like, I'm getting old, you know.
I want to thank you personally.
46. Yeah,
you still look good. Black don't crack.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to thank Kanisha personally for
absolutely,
because the reason why I wanted to thank you personally, because there was a time, I want to say maybe a year or two ago, I made a post and I asked about, you know, what is somebody doing in Greenville about, you know, recognizing a lot of these people that do great things. And, you know, everybody was like, oh, the Greenville Grammys. Yeah, no tea, no shade. No tea, no shade, y'all. But I felt like the Greenville Grammys, this is just my personal opinion, the Greenville Grammys was very closed off. and very pick me. And the reason why I said that, because if you was not born here, or if you wasn't in a clique, you were not recognized.
Right.
I didn't think that was fair. So then I was also told that there was another award show. I forgot who it was, but it was somebody else known here. And somebody tagged my name on there. So, I inquired about it. Like, okay, well, tell me a little bit. The person told me, oh, it's just for my friends. So why are you even making a post about it if it's just for your friends? I thought it was just like a thing. So the reason why I'm speaking on that is because we have to stop that. We have to stop doing the pick me or the clicks. Like, y'all want to say that, oh, the white man don't let us do this or don't do that. No, it's not the white man. It's us.
No, it's us.
It's us. So thank you, Kenesha.
And when I would say on that with the white man, you know what? Most of my sponsors are white. Most of my sponsors are white. I think the most that I hate about this gala, I have gave, and this is since this year, I have gave 79 awards out. 79. And out of them 79 awards, every last one that I asked to donate, to sponsor, to anything, I get no response. To even down to nominating. I don't need the money. Just nominate somebody.
Right.
I couldn't get a response out of nobody. Only one person every year. It's just one person out of all the people. So I'm like, y'all, come on now. We got to do better. We got to do better.
And with this gala, I don't want it to be where, like you just said, people get the award and they forget all about it. Like me and my family, we're already making plans to go back next year.
I'll be there next year. I definitely will.
I don't need to be a nominee. Look, I just want to be in the room. I don't think people understand as entrepreneur how important it is to just be in the room. It's not about an award. It's not about it's about just being in the room. You know what I mean? So I mean, going back and being able to say, you know what? And I'm gonna tell you the female entrepreneur of last year, she reached out to me. And she was like, this was through the whole nomination process or whatever. And she was like, congratulations, Rhonda. This lady don't know me from a can of worms. And she was like, I'm so proud of you. She probably don't know anything about my business. But then she was like, you know what? I'm getting ready to open up a business and I need to be certified. I said, you know what? I got you, boo. So it's really about, reaching back and pull somebody else. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and maybe you should do a reunion one year. I'm down for that too, Kenesha. Just FYI.
Yeah, that would be dope.
See, I'm thinking about doing it for the 5 year. I really am. I'm thinking about bringing back like Bishop O's if he'll come back. I
want to piggyback off of what Rhonda said. Because it's not even just about being in the room. Like for me, it was even being just chosen to be nominated. I honestly did not expect, and my manager will tell you this, did not expect to win anything. I didn't even expect to be
nominated.
Right.
No, I did not. No, I did not. So when Kenesha hit me, and I'm like, what's this? And I read it. I'm like, my first reaction was like, holy shit. That's exactly what I said. Holy shit.
And then when she told me, I was like, well, you got to promote.
Yeah.
Put your stuff ahead of the stack with folks. If somebody wants you involved in something, then somebody obviously sees value in what you give. So how are you going to do that? You can't dedicate some time. I was like, reach out to her, see if she want to do an interview, see if you could be part of the promotion.
And then when I got the award, because I didn't even expect I was going to get that, to be honest, which I did not expect that. It was, I was floored. Like when you called my name, honey, I was still drinking my little drink over there, and I was to say something, and he like, you don't hear your name? I'm like, huh? No, I don't.
I'm like, hold my Tim's, baby, hold my Tim's.
Right.
Yeah, and people don't realize that, like, when I get it down to narrow it down to the last two, the winner and the runner-up don't get announced until the day of the gala. But you both still get awards. So, you know, everyone walks out of there with an award that was the last two standing.
That's dope. That's dope. I feel like Jazz. Like,
but yeah, a lot of people don't realize that. They think that it's going to be one winner. Yeah, I give out a lot of awards to a
and
lot of deserving. All of y'all deserving of it. All
And
of
it
y'all.
shows Tanisha like how many, to be honest with you,
I'm
you know
going
how you
out
can
in
be like, you know what, people know me, but then you be like, no, people really know me. Like
Yo,
that was the
yo,
thing. I was like, wait a minute,
uh-huh.
hold up. People
listen,
really know.
listen, listen. This is a big
Okay.
Here
deal.
go that plaque now. Pop
Look,
that
he
shit,
talking
show 'em
about
that plaque
This,
now.
this a
Throw
big
it back.
deal in my little world
Right. In my little world.
because
Mhm.
everybody want to be the number one TV mouth.
Yep.
Everybody claim they are already, but to be
Right.
recognized,
That's
Mm-hmm.
it.
it is a big deal for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not
It
just you.
allowed me
Right.
now I can say
Award-winning.
I am a award winning XYZ. So
Right.
Right.
it was a big deal for me.
Yeah.
And
That's how you
just like
become an
Jazz, I
expert
was
in your
caught off
field.
guard. I found out voting for somebody else.
Me
And
too.
and then when I
Oh,
found out, that's when I started trying to share and
yeah.
but complete surprise,
And then the
but
support, the overwhelming support
Mm-hmm.
behind some of these nominations. Like I think one of my best person that nominated me, and because he gave me like some advice, was oh my god, I can't think of his name right now. He's gonna kill me too. Um, Havoc. I asked Havoc. I said, listen, I got, this thing. I'm being nominated. I just need a vote. I don't need nothing else. And, he congratulated me and, he gave me a little bit of advice, and I took that for what it was worth. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm so thankful for the award because, I mean, I always had a nice platform before the award, but this season, after I got the award, I am overly booked.
Book,
My sister is
book,
tired. I'm tired.
booked
Hey,
and busy.
you're right,
Booked
Jazz,
and busy.
because
Okay, y'all, I'm back.
I was like, yeah, I'm popping right now. When I got the award, everybody's like, oh, we heard about you through the gala. And I'm like, what? They was like, yeah, I need help with my serve safe. Or, oh, I'm trying to open up a restaurant. I'm like,
that's dope.
Right.
Yeah.
okay.
See, it worked. It worked for you.
It
Yeah.
worked.
Mhm. It gives
It
people a
turned
lot of opportunities. It does.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Last year, I had somebody in there from BET and didn't even know it until they got back and contact me.
Wow.
So you have a lot. You get a lot of opportunities. Like I said,
Yeah.
you never know who's in that room. Never know.
Never know.
God working in y'all favor. That's all.
So I want them to say what they won because for those who missed what their award was. So Rhonda, you go first. What did you win?
I was the runner up female entrepreneur of the year for the gala. And it was just an amazing experience, man. It was just again, it was just I cannot. It was so many great women on that ballot, and I'm not even gonna hold you. I was looking like, wait a minute, what she do? What is her? I was looking up every woman. I was looking at every man. And Marquise, I actually voted for you because I saw somebody had said that you did their TVs and stuff. I didn't even know who you was.
right. Didn't he? I don't think we met.
I was like, oh, I'm gonna vote for him. I'm gonna vote for her. But yeah, it was just an amazing experience. And again, all those women that was on the ballot, there was some amazing women on that ballot. And I kept telling my husband, I ain't gonna win nothing, no runner up, no nothing.
Yep.
And he was like, "You bet." He said, "You got something they don't got, and that's favor." And once you got favor, on your
Favor
life,
ain't fair.
it don't even matter. It don't matter how many followers they got. It don't matter how many whatever people take. Once you got favor on your life, you can do whatever you want to do, but you can't beat favor.
Right.
That girl preaching.
You can't beat favor.
That's crazy because knowledge, that's something similar to what you said. Because I said the same thing to you. I'm like, I ain't winning nothing. I
had a
saw who
phone
I
call.
was against. I saw, first of all, I was up against Smike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was up
Smite.
against Kimberly. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm like, I said, first of all, I don't sing. That's
Right.
Absolutely.
that's-
When I saw Nikesha Williams' name on that thing, I said, hold up. And my husband, he was like, oh, and you look up to her because he know that's my girl.
Yeah.
I was like, hang it up. But you know, like I said, it was women up there that you actually look up to. And it's great because all of them, Everybody that was on that ballot, female, male, whatever, all of them were great. Every single last one of them were great. And like I said, I Googled most of them and I add them as if I follow them.
Yeah, we had awardees all the way from High County. That's where I'm originally from. But all the way from High County all the way up to Wilson, that we had nominees. Actually, I had 179 nominations that we went through.
Wow.
And that and then we did the ballot and start voting and everything else. But it's great. And let me tell you something. The one thing I got to think, or the one person I got to think, is Marquise. Marquise turned around and called me. He had me in tears, y'all. That I had to stop myself. I was home when he called me. He was like, "I got to tell you something. I didn't think I was going to get it."
Yo, can I go ahead, tell your story, and I'm gonna tell my spiel.
But I will go ahead and tell you. Yeah, I try to be strong for a lot of things. Just it takes a lot for me to even shed a tear. But I had to get myself together.
Look, like Jazz was up against Smite Smith, whatever. Like, I looked at my ballot, I had Cocos. I got 20,000 followers, but I felt like I was in the wrong box or something. I'm like, because everybody in my ballot had like a brick and mortar building, so I felt like, honestly, I didn't feel like it was fair. But then I thought again, I said, this must mean I'm popping. Because Coco, I don't go to clubs. I don't know Coco. I don't know the owner. I ain't never been to the place. But I know that it's a very popular spot in Greenville. I know it's huge. Everybody but me go there, it looked like to me.
Right.
So I was like, yo, like, this ain't even, it's going to be a landslide. Like, he going to take this,
Right.
So I felt like you, like, I felt like both of y'all. I ain't stand a chance.
Yeah.
So to get to the nominee was wild for me. And I just remember calling, you and being like, I'm really flattered. And this is my, I think I came to almost every gala. Initially as a guest speaker, as a panelist, as a host. And now, just to take home an award, that's dope. That's dope, man. It's a big deal for me.
It's huge.
It's huge for me. It's huge for me. A lot of people look up to what I do. A lot of people been following me since I started mounting TVs out the trunk of my car. So, and then to see me go from mounting TVs to buying a house off of mounting TVs to and still thriving and pivoting, because when the economy kind of flipped, and TV mountain kind of dipped for everybody. Like, people didn't have the money, or it just wasn't as needed as it used to be. So now I had to pivot. Like, I won't going back to a 9 to 5. So I just had to learn other stuff to do and incorporate. And now I'm kind of more in a subcontractor position now, where my guys are just doing all the work and people are just calling me, and all I got to do is price it out and send the guys out. And so, but yeah, this is huge for me. Like, you did your big one, like y'all say.
Yeah.
But Tanisha,
I'm very thankful.
And I just want to tell you, you just don't know the blessing that you are being in people's lives. And that's the reason why you don't need to. I know sometimes it's going to be hard and sometimes things can be hectic, but I'm going to tell you something. When you announced the date of this gala, I know you friends with me on social media. I had lost my father, and we had all made plans to go. We had all made plans. We're going to the gala. He was ready. Everybody was ready. And then when he passed, I was like, I'm not going to the gala. And as soon as I told my husband I'm not going to the gala, you sent the information, said, hey, you got a ticket and this and this and this. I was like, oh shoot, I gotta go to the gala. So it was like, you just don't know, like you was definitely in the right place at the right time for me. So I know that you've been in the right place in the right time for other people. You get what I'm saying? Because there probably was some people that was on them ballots, like, you know what, I'm gonna give up. Don't nobody know who I am. And just to be on the ballot, show them, hey, somebody is watching you. Somebody sees you. So you've been a blessing in disguise to so many people, regardless if they got. I saw a lot of them say they don't care whether or not they got an award, just the fact they was on the ballot.
Yeah.
That was amazing to them.
Yeah.
I was one of those people, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was definitely one of those. Like, it was just an honor to even be put on the ballot, because I mean, when I started this, I literally had nothing. This is my baby from scratch, and
Right.
knowledge can tell you that. Like I've come so far, so many trials and tribulations along the way. I had from co-hosts that I've had that. Then I went to doing it myself, and then just to be on the ballot,
Mm-hmm.
I,
Right.
I was very emotional after
Me
the
too.
gala, like very emotional because
It all set
you
in.
work with something and you put your all in everything, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you don't always get the
That
response,
pat on the back.
Yeah.
yeah, that you're looking for. It. Thank you.
It's
Miss
Mm-hmm.
motivation
Boomer,
to strive
Absolutely.
harder.
Thank you.
continue with your story, please. I cut you
I
off.
will. I will. And that's what I wanted to be because, like I said, and like she said, that pat on the back is sometimes we don't get that pat on the back. You know what I'm saying? And you reach to try to accomplish your business, to keep your business going or whatever. But sometimes you need that pat on your back to say you're doing a good job. So
Right.
Mhm.
that's why I keep it going. That's why I keep it going. And
It definitely was a pat.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
thank
It
you.
was a push for me.
Okay.
In the teaching role, Marquise, I see you. I envision you teaching, speaking. It's way more. You have way more of a story in you than you could even realize. You know,
Yes.
there's a stigmatism association with black fathers not really being involved in their children's lives. You got so
Mm,
custody. Y'all built things together. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's so much story in you. There's so much story. Never discount that. There's so many things that you can do, you can teach, you can give. You are inspiration and motivation and proof of concept for folks. You understand what I'm saying? Young
Powerful.
people, all of that. So I see that calling on your life, on your heart, and on your work. So if you could find someone in your schedule to kind of work it out, whether you pre-record stuff, whatever you got to do, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? If you like, I hang from your TV mount upside down if I got to get you
And
out of
real.
the mind frame that you were currently operating in
Mm-hmm.
to where you want to be in life. Decide where you want to be in life and go for that. Because I heard so many stories from you tonight that are inspiring, that our
Mm-hmm.
youth need, that young brothers need, that men, people from all walks of life would gravitate towards. So there's a story
That's
in you.
beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well
Um,
said.
Matter of fact, let me piggyback off of that with this question, and this is a question that we ask everybody that comes on this platform. So to each of you guys, being that tomorrow is not promised and we could leave here in the blink of an eye, what would each of you guys want your legacy to be known for when you leave here?
That's a good question.
mm,
That's a good question.
Um,
mm.
try. Oh, go ahead, Miss. I like to let the women go first.
I
Tanisha, I
would
was
say
waiting on
giving
you.
back. I want to be known as that. Huh?
I said, I was waiting on you.
I'm talking. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Yeah, there you go.
My internet going out. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You in High County?
Okay. Okay. You said what?
You in
No,
High
I'm
County
not
right
in
now?
High County. But don't talk about my county. Don't talk about my county.
Yeah.
Let me say about High County. 'Cause I get that all the time because people like, you from High County? They be like, you don't talk like you from High County. I'm like, well, a lot of people don't know I was born in Fayetteville. So we moved to High County. My mother's originally from High County. So I ended up going to school down there, graduating. Everybody's down there is kin. Everybody know each other and everything. But I'm glad they kind of moved me from Fayetteville down there because I got to know what value was. I was able to, grow up around my grandmother and get to know what they did back in the days and how she marched with Golden French and how she, I got so many stories. So with that being said, coming soon, because these stories and stuff is getting ready to come out. It's so much of stuff that happened down in High County and from the marches and whatsoever. And that's something that my grandmother told me that I think my siblings don't even know. I know them stories and everything else, but I can say High County people is the most generous, hardworking people that you're gonna ever meet. Ever. So I'ma always represent High County. Um in whatever I do.
You don't claim Cumberland?
You said what?
You don't claim Cumberland County at all?
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
fair now.
I'm just
Yes,
messing with you.
fair now.
Fair
Yeah,
now.
Aaron Hill. Yeah, yeah, I do Fayetteville. So, matter of fact, I'm gonna be going up to Fayetteville in a couple of weeks and teach classes. I
Okay.
teach DOT classes. So, but yeah, but far as my legacy, giving back. That's what I want to be known for. Giving back. I think that's what I'm put on earth for. Giving back. That's what God got a plan for me to give back. So yeah, I want my legacy to be like giving back. I want my kids to instill of giving back, because I mean, how you expect to prosper if you don't give back?
Right. Rhonda?
I want my legacy to be impact. I want my legacy to be based off impact. I want to, when I'm gone, I want people to be able to say, you know what, because of Rhonda, something in my life was a lot better. I want to be able to make impact, just not in my life, but the people that's around me. I want to instill in people that, you just got to keep pushing. No matter what happens in life, you got to keep going. I just want people to say that about me. You know what? No matter what obstacle she faced, she kept moving. She kept going. And she made an impact on the lives of others.
Beautiful. Piggybacking off what they both said, and then I'm just going to add inspiration. One of my proudest moments was my daughter looking at me and saying, "Dad, I'm so proud of you." My daughter watched me go Papa John's, delivering pizza, to where we at now.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because I don't have like a formal education.
Mm-hmm.
I got to a 6-figure salary. I don't have no 4-year degree. I ain't got no education behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me to be a homeowner, my daughter said, "Dad, I'm so proud of you." So, and from what I gather from my social media, the moms that inbox me about what you just said, showing their sons what I do, showing them hand skills, or them, showing them how to work with their hands, just bringing that out of them. Them watching me, those that have watched me from the beginning to now are truly inspired. So inspiration will be my legacy.
So, well, I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out to sit and chat with us and bestow upon us your wonderful abilities and talents that you are constantly bringing to surrounding Greenville, Kinston, Fayetteville, all counties. Thank you to each last one of y'all, because you are not only needed, but you are embraced and wanted in our community. We need more people like y'all, outgoing like Kanisha, good with their hands like Marquise, and business minded like Rhonda. We
Like
need,
Rhonda.
okay, we need y'all. And y'all need to be celebrated as such. So thank y'all.
And thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
Your questions was awesome, man. Thank you for having me. I was flattered when you asked me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now I'm gonna give y'all any time to give any shout outs to family members or whoever. Knowledge, take us off the screen so they can give out their shout outs.
Shouts out to Knowledge.
Absolutely.
Long John ain't got no raisins in the potato salad we get. We starting with you. We starting with you, man. So, Ms. Kanisha, any shout outs, any acknowledgments?
So I want to give a shout out to my family, my husband, my children, my mother, father, siblings. They are the cause of me being so successful right now. To my people down in Hyde County, my people in Cumberland County, I want to give y'all a shout out to everybody who has supported me in this mission. I want to thank you.
And where can they find you on social media?
Yes.
You can find me on social media at Kenisha. It's KENISHA, Sally, SALLEY, Boomer, BOOMER. Or you can find me on Instagram under Miss S Boomer. Any kind of events or anything will be posted up on my social media.
All right.
And make sure y'all attend these galas, y'all. Okay.
Yes.
I just want to give a shout out to my family, my friends, my kids, my husband, to everybody. My husband is in the background.
I love it. I love it.
He was sleeping.
Don't listen. This a family
don't
show.
make
He
no
all right.
He ready for you to come to
Let
bed.
that man be comfortable. He all right.
He home. He home.
You said you still talking to any of these people?
Right. You need to bring your tail to bed, woman.
He's my bad. I want to give a shout out to
Shout out to him.
Right. Shout out to him.
To my family, to my friends, to all of my supporters, to everybody that believe in me and in the brand. And somebody just said, please put some raisins in potato salad. Tell them no, raisins do not go in potato salad.
That's it.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all.
And you on social media?
Yeah.
You can find me on social media at Rhonda Singleton. That's my name on social media. And also Single Auto Catering and Event Designs. You can find me. You can follow my business page as well.
Yeah, her church coming soon, y'all. So pay
Yes,
God knows. God knows.
Before you go,
Hey, man.
Rhonda has an upcoming event coming up, y'all. So y'all look out for that as well.
I do.
I'll tell them
Hey.
about the event.
Yeah.
Yes, I have an upcoming event on July 18th in Greenville, North Carolina. That is our grand opening of our food truck, Single Auto Street Eats. And also in August, we are launching, in memory of my father, the Ronald Williams Foundation, where we are actually opening up a recovery house. So be on the lookout for that in the month of August and in the month of July.
All right now.
All right, Mr. Marquis, sir.
Hey, shouts out to the host, Jazz, Knowledge, Miss Boomer. Thank you again. Everybody that's an entrepreneur or striving to be, want to be, dual roles. If you work in the 9 to 5 and still, doing your entrepreneur thing, shouts out to you. You can find me mostly on Facebook is my biggest platform, Marquise Cox, or at Marquise Mounts LLC. And yeah, man, hit that follow button, see what we do. And I'm sure it's something we can do for you in your current home, new home. I appreciate y'all.
No, that's all right.
I want to say one more thing too. I have got nominated for the Entrepreneur of Impact Award. This is by Damien, as you know, creator of FUBU. And right now I am in fourth place. I am so y'all just don't know.
Vote right now. What you said?
So I need y'all to go on to Kenisha Sally Boomer and vote. Right now, I am part of the top 10, and then Thursday they'll be announcing the top 5. So right now I've been going from 3rd place to 4th place, but I'm trying to stay in that number. So I'm trying to make it the top 5. Actually, I'm trying to make it the number 1 so I could be able to meet Damien. That I don't even care about the money. I just want to meet him so I could sit down for 5 minutes and just talk, figure out business, let him know my ideas. So
she a tourist, y'all. Okay, it's tourist season. Show us some love. Nah, okay.
Right.
I'm gonna go live about you tomorrow and get people to vote. Don't worry.
Yes.
You know I stay on it. I'm gonna go live tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Make sure y'all vote. Please vote. Support your own and vote. Okay.
I'm trying to bring it home to North Carolina.
You and PD Pablo, okay? North Carolina.
Stand up.
I wasn't gonna put my water, but my manager told me to bring it because I'm just not that. I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
I'm just not that girl. But I won this. I don't know if y'all can see it, but because of my background.
I see that 2026. Okay.
I won Entertainer of the Year for this platform, and very proud, very, very proud indeed. I get to show my kids that, something I put in and worked hard for all this time now is I'm being rewarded for it. So I'm saying this to say this: whatever you want to do in life, don't ever feel like you can't, and don't ever let, because sometimes it be your peers and even your own family will try to belittle what you're doing because they can't see your vision. Your vision is your vision only. And they don't have to see it. As long as you see it and believe in it and you know that it's going to be possible, keep going. Keep going. Because like each of these people up here, they all started with a dream that is now a reality.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, I'm Jazzy J, your host, 2026 Entertainer of the Year. See y'all next Monday. Y'all have a good night.